Finding this ship could transform our understanding of the last days of slavery. So for decades, archaeologists have been desperate to track her down. James Delgado is leading a major new investigation. He knows it will be an immense challenge.
What you're contending with is a hot, humid environment, in and out of the water. But also, to be clear, we're in a bayou. There are gators, there are water moccasins. So you're always mindful that the environment you're working in is not necessarily a welcoming one.
Based on Clotilda's last known position, the team focuses upon the Mobile-Tensaw River Delta, a vast region of wetlands a few miles north of the city of Mobile, and discovers that one stretch of the bayou has never been scanned with modern equipment.
This little bend in the river was the only one where no one had looked.
Using underwater sonar, they search for any sign of a wreck.
All right, so there's your bow. Here.
It soon throws up a frenzy of hits.
This area was full of wrecks. It was a ship graveyard.
The team identifies 12 possible targets. Clotilda is known to be an 86-foot-long wooden ship, so the archaeologists can eliminate anything larger and anything made of metal.
It's almost as if we're right in the center of the vessel.
We are in the center.
Target 10 turned out to be an iron or steel-hulled sailing ship that had been cut down. Target 1 also appeared to be one of those.
In the end, just one target remains.
Target 5 was a wooden wreck. Not only was it a wooden wreck, but the sonar showed it to have about the right kind of shape I expected for the bow.
They focus all their efforts on Target 5.
The bow's right here. That's the bow.
It looks promising, but to find more evidence, they must plunge into these murky waters. One of the dive team is Kamal Siddiqui, lead instructor of Diving with a Purpose, a group dedicated to protecting the remains of slave ships.
This was actually the Clotilda. Clotilda being the last vessel to bring Africans into the U.S. That is absolutely profound.
This is about more than archaeology. Many people living on the banks of the Mobile River today are direct descendants of the captives on board Clotilda.
Some of the people that were on that ship would never see their family again. Their lives were turned upside down. We need to know what happened to that ship. Finding the Clotilda, it would bring closure, and it opens up the why, how, and when.
Conditions for diving are terrible, so the search proceeds slowly.
In the water, he was giving feedback on what he was basically feeling, not seeing. The visibility was a bit challenging.
The divers can barely see their hands in front of their faces and must rely on touch to find their way. This is Archaeology by Braille.
I'm just trying to slowly kind of feel my way around it. Nice and careful. How's your viz down there? Any better? 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches of viz, heard.
Maritime archaeologist Alex DeCaro communicates with the dive team, guiding them to the site.
Okay, you're on a tree. You're about 15 feet southwest of your buoy drop.
Maneuvering through thick mud, the diver approaches the wreck. Reaching through the dark waters, the divers lay their hands on something important.
Okay, let me take a look.
Jackpot.
It's a large wooden centerboard, a crucial part of mid-19th century sailing ships, especially fast schooners like the Clotilda. A centerboard is a retractable keel that's lowered to give extra stability when sailing on open water. In a shallow river, it can be raised up, leaving greater clearance beneath the ship.
When that centerboard was found or discovered, it was significant. It was a huge, of course, morale booster.
Their discovery helps the team calculate the size of the wreck. It's 13 feet long, meaning it must belong to a vessel about 80 feet in length. And from shipping records, the team already knows that Clotilda is an 86-foot-long Gulf schooner. It's a possible match.